Traveler.
I have no time for games.
The end is coming! Who am I?
Let me change your mind.
You require my assistance? Adigo! We're gonna be rich.
Hello and welcome everybody to Friday Night Fights. I'm joined tonight by the Big Ted and Saku as always. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
I'm here now. I had to unmute everything.
Okay, no worries. We're good. We have two matches for you tonight. Our first match, which we're going to start in just a little bit, is TerdHerder of Khell's Good Boys in Hero Series Teal. He's 1-4 so far in the season versus Electabuzz, who is 2-3 for NoProHere for this season. So yeah, I mean, definitely. I think actually that match is down to the final match. They're actually 10-10 both teams. So this match will determine who wins the week, and both teams are actually locked at 68 versus 67 points. Fighting maybe, the winner here might be able to inch a little bit forward to try to get that fourth spot in the playoff race there. Still, both of them are behind the third and fourth. Actually, the second, third, and fourth team by about 10 points, but they're all very, very close, and either one could maybe inch out here. So very, very important match for them. But yeah, what do you guys think of these classes? We've got for TerdHerder, we've got Druid, Priest, Shaman, Warrior, and for Electabuzz, Priest, Rogue, Shaman, Warlock.
Definitely kind of interesting to see the Warlock bring. We haven't seen that too much since the new cards.
Yeah. I'm surprised on the Rogue too, but I guess it's kind of I don't know how to best describe it. I've only seen a few Rogues on ladder, really, but
I think it's not a bad bring in Hero. I think it has a lot of good potential. You can go two different ways with it. It's actually especially not bad in closed deck list, but I don't know if you guys have been watching at all the Masters Tour that started this morning in Bucharest, but
no.
there's a good amount of rogues, and they've been having some good success. So I'm not too surprised. I think Rogue always has that potential. Aggro Rogue, and then the Death Rattle Rogue is pretty sticky and can do a lot of things as well.
Mhm.
And also there's the Highlander version as well that kind of it gives you options. I think I remember Electabuzz was on stream earlier this season. I believe he had the like a quest Death Rattle sort of rogue that looked pretty good, and maybe he brings something like that again. Warlock usually is like Zoo, but there is now the Nazoth Warlock that No Hands kind of popularized. So definitely a ton of options depending on what they predict the other person's gonna bring. I do think I still prefer Turd's classes, but I think there's definitely potential there on Electabuzz's side, and we've seen him have success with some of those wacky decks. So maybe we'll see some more of that.
Turd's list looks pretty aggressive, I guess.
Just
Yeah,
overall
besides the
aggressive.
druid,
Yeah.
the druid there, I think he's probably got the warrior could be aggro or control, but
hmm
and priest could be control as well, or the res priest or the combo priest. But yeah, we'll see what they bring. I think the usual ban these days is shaman, so I think we might see that from both sides. It seems to be the popular ban, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Shaman has since the wild cards came back into standard for the next 2 months. It has just dominated.
I was just looking at the band selection so far in Teal conference. They get 7 bands out of 2 warrior bands and a sprinkling of druid, hunter, and priest and rogue as bands, but majority is shaman. So
Yeah, it's normally what I would expect, unless you have a specific strategy in mind. And I mean, most people are also bringing the shaman, so when you see it, if you're not comfortable playing against it, it's not a bad idea to get rid of it. But yeah, I think this is the match that determines the week and potentially the season. If
Yep.
it comes down to really close matches. I don't know exactly their schedules, but we have 2 more weeks of the regular season. I believe we have after this week. I mean, we have the final match for your conference, and then there's the cross conference where you play against the person at the same standing as you in the other conference. So
yeah, it's going to be the interesting point this year since we're trying that, or this season, I should say. See how that works out.
Yeah. So still, I think most teams are still in it to some degree. Ask HS maybe a little bit less. Sorry, Saku, but
with a 1-4 record too. Come on. We got a chance. We got a chance.
There's always a chance. I think you would need to dominate the next 2 weeks to find you are. I think 22 points behind 4th place. So
that's 2 sweeps, dude.
A little bit of a steep. Yeah, 2 sweeps. You guys have it, and they have to also have bad weeks, but it's possible.
And I mean, like, it's also going to be a shame for SKHS too that they're not going to pick up any points then.
Right. Yeah, because we do have I didn't say this yet, but with our second match of the night is the Big Ted, who's here on the desk with us for the cult. He's 3-2 on the season, versus Khell, who's playing for AskHS, like we just were talking about. He's 2-3 on the season, and that's going to be at 9 after the first match. But yeah, Ted is going to obviously hop off when we do that. He's not going to stay on the caster desk while we spec.
I would like to, but they won't let me.
Right. Yeah. We made a strict rule that you can't actually be on the desk while your match is going on.
Hey, we can counter Coach Ted. Say, oh, well, this is what Khell has now, and misplay all to hell. See, we could do that.
We could do that. Yeah. If we do that, then I think it's more than fair. But otherwise, I think we'll be all right.
Let's go, Khell. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were seeing in the Discord. For all viewers out there, there's been a little bit of a heated battle here between Ted and Khell. Some nice, I don't know,
some Tuesday night pre-show fights that were going on on the Salty Saloon, Last Saloon.
Last Saloon standing.
Yeah.
The Salty Last Saloon standing. Yeah, so I'm excited for that match. That's going to be the saloon match, and also, there's it seems like right now, Diamond posted we've got 6-1 right now for Turd, or Ted, excuse me. We got 2 T players tonight. So yeah, Ted in the lead on the votes right now, but let's see if Khell can have the upset. But that's not our first match.
No,
our first match is Turd, who I said his name earlier. TerdHerder versus Electabuzz. So this is the match to determine their series here, and we'll see. I think we're about to hop in a little bit.
Yeah, we're about to. They're just trying to work out the bands right now and all that fancy jazz. So Electabuzz had to do some adjustments before he did the challenge, and then now they're doing bans. So we'll find out bans and.
Awesome. No problem at all. I would hope. I know we had a little bit of an issue last week with some bans and maybe the incorrect decks being queued. I don't know if anyone out there was watching that week, but I'd rather them take the time to make sure everything is prepared correctly and we get to see some games than have an accidental DQ.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I lean towards the Shaman bans for both sides, but that Priest Rogue Shaman Warlock, maybe Electabuzz is thinking about, maybe he has a strategy to beat the Shaman and takes out the Priest potentially. I think those are the two most popular decks to get rid of, followed by Warrior pretty closely. So, I could see some other strategies here depending on their brings. What actual decks they decided to bring out here. But yeah, what are your thoughts going in? Who do you think has the advantage here? Going in.
I mean, like, just from a just standpoint of just looking at PRs and win records, it's Electabuzz is probably the favorite on paper going in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I think it could definitely go either way.
I'd have to agree. I think Turd is one of my co-hosts for Tavern Talk on Thursdays, and I think he mentioned he has the lowest PR currently in the league. So
Yep, next to me. So
Hey.
that's my honor, dude. Come on.
You're number 2.
I'm number 2 because I'm the
That's
shit.
weird.
That's what it
That's
is.
weird that Turd's not number 2.
I know. That's right.
That's
You
so
figure.
strange to me. You'd think.
Big Ted said league in chat. What's going on?
What are you talking about? This is a series.
No, yeah, Mayanadon, you said it earlier.
This is a series. No one. There's nothing. I never said that.
Sure you did.
Blizzard, I didn't say it. This isn't a league. This is a series, a league format series. I think that's the official.
Here.
Is that what we're calling it now?
I just shortened it to, yeah, I think that's what Arhet said on Tavern Talk yesterday. So I think it's a league format series. So I just shortened it. I just said I didn't finish my thought. You interrupted me, so I couldn't say league format series. I just said league. So really, it's entirely
It's a
your
play on
fault.
words. It's good. It's okay.
It's
okay.
fine.
It's okay.
Oh,
All right.
Tuna's busy. He's not casting with us tonight, but he has he put his 2 cents in the chat here for us. He also agrees that it's not a league. It's a league format series. Anyway, we're just waiting for the players to challenge now.
Silly. Ouch.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, come on. I thought he wasn't on tonight. I thought we were going to leave the Phillies stuff in the past, but
Oh, no, of course not.
of course not.
Leave it up to bushy tunas to kind of drag out the filth, eh?
Bushy tuna.
Yeah.
The bushy tuna. Ugh.
New one.
I guess
Forget the R. Forget the R.
drop the R. It's a bushy tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, imagine, I mean, same thing with Turd and Ted. You just drop the R, you get Ted.
I mean, I would like to imagine I'm at least a little bit different than a turd.
I would hope so. That would be an interesting name, the Big Turd. If everyone just
Please don't get that started. That was a thing like 2 seasons ago.
Really? Oh,
Yeah. I was,
I'm sorry.
Oh, what was his name? I can't remember. He used to be in DHL, but a Chigmo. It was Chigmo.
Oh, that makes No,
Yeah,
I love me some Chigma, but yeah, I could see him doing that.
No, it was Chigmo, and he's like, it was during All-Star voting, and he's like,
It's actually
hey.
Chijmo, by the way. He's very
really?
particular. It's Chijmo,
Well,
and everyone says Chigmo. But anyway,
no, yeah, but it was during All-Star voting, and he put in Discord like I was voting, and I misread your name as the Big Turd, so I voted for you, and then just everybody started calling me Turd.
well, now we have our very own Turd who's preparing to battle right now, and who called himself Turd. So he takes it as a badge of honor. Don't I'm not a turd. I am turd. You know, it's kind of a nice thought, right?
So just to give a quick update, there is a little hiccup with regards to band screenshots. So
Okay.
the board has to get involved. So
Oh, okay. I was hoping to avoid this, but you know, things happen. What?
It wouldn't be a Friday night fight without some kind of little hiccup thrown in there.
Yeah. Well, I guess while we're just hanging out here,
Maybe we can just go to the quick tail of the tape between Big Ted and Khell. Since Big Ted can't enjoy it, he can throw his 2 cents worth in there.
oh, you wanna show that off right now? Just
Yeah, we can do that. Since you got to disappear, maybe hopefully this gets resolved soon enough. And
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, let's take a look at this this little hype chart that Saku had the pleasure of making for us, and I really appreciate it. I think it's very well done. But we got the this is the, I don't know, what would you call this? Like the poster for the
Yep.
title match.
Yeah.
Yep, the old poster. So we got tail of the tape with the Big Ted, nation hailing from America at age 21. It's 3 seasons within Hero Series, not league.
Do we have height and weight, fighting weight?
Nah, I didn't get into
What
that.
heavyweight, welterweight?
People might be, vertically challenged or.
All right, fair enough.
So-
Fair enough.
I am 6'3", 215.
So see,
There you go.
There you go.
you're more than. That's why you're Big Ted. See.
Yeah.
He's a big Ted,
So you
not
got three,
little Ted.
3 seasons for Big Ted. We got his record right now is 3-2. Nickname we call him the Terrible because I'm no imagination. I'm old.
Ted the Terrible.
I mean, to be fair, I am pretty terrible at Hearthstone, so
Yeah. And lifetime stats is 17 wins with 11 losses.
You didn't want to do the height and weight, but you're okay with these lifetime stats, man. That's brutal.
Well, what's worse is, I mean, what is comparable to Ted's record versus Khell's? So we got Khell from America. He's
America.
He's old at 30, with
Old
3
at
seasons, 3 seasons in Hero Series itself. He's got his season record right now is 2 wins, 3 losses. His nickname, with no imagination on my own part, is the Killer. Khell the Killer.
I mean, at least you got the alliteration going.
True.
Terrible Ted, Khell the Killer,
Yep.
Killer Khell,
And
Killer Khell the Killer.
yeah, it's the K alliteration there. So, and then his lifetime stats are 9 wins with a big 16 losses. So he had a terrible first year. He had I think he went over. So
That'll do it. That's a rough one. But looking to pick it back up here against Ted, his co-host.
Yep.
So a little bit of maybe some bad blood that you guys share. Maybe he maybe takes too much of a role on the show or too little something. Give me some background here. Give me something to talk about. What's the beef between you two besides just working together, and everyone has beef with who they work with, obviously.
I don't know. I mean, I did play under him in Legacy 2 seasons ago too. That is a thing.
yeah, that's right too.
Yeah, and we can talk about how I carried that team and then didn't come back next season.
Oh, okay. I see what happened here. I did get info here from Twos about the actual ban stuff. So I predict that it just means so he has 4 classes listed, or he has 5 decks and 2 of them are the same class. So I imagine he just can't play that class, but he can play the other 3 if they're depending on the ban, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Turd banned, but also I really enjoy. I do see Turd's little bubble that he sends. He actually writes Michael Bubble, so Michael Bublé.
Michael Bubble, yeah.
Michael Bubble. That's a good one. I appreciate that. Little secret Turd secret that I've revealed here, but
He's Canadian too, by the way. So
I do imagine that probably when we get this resolved, it's going to just mean that Electabuzz can't play as Priest. It's Hero Series, so that means he can still win the match. He just has to sweep with one of his decks or get 1 and 2. But he only has 2 decks he can play. Well, depending on the ban. If let's say Turd banned the deck that he has two of, it doesn't matter. But if you ban a different one, then he has 2 left to play. You can still get 3 wins with those 2 because it's Hero Series. But if it just gives him fewer decks to play with. So I'm sure that's what the ruling is going to be. But they are waiting for the board ruling.
The only other thing that could end up being an issue is like if they went into collections at all.
It does. I do believe they're still in the challenge mode, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, they are still preparing to battle a friend.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just trying to decipher which was banned, because so Shaman was banned for him, Priest for me. That was Electabuzz.
Okay.
So
Okay,
his Priest was banned, and Turd's
Well,
was...
Turd banned his Shaman, I believe.
Right.
So that means, and I hear Turd banned. So that means he can only play his Rogue and his Warlock.
Okay.
I think that's the way it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that what you guys see in chat?
And it's a game win. I'm learning all the rules just being on this show.
Yeah. I mean, like, there is a rule book, but who has time to read that?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just starting the game now, so we're good.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we are going in. I believe that's what the ruling was, I imagine. But yeah, let's see what they're jumping in with here. And that's unfortunate. I would hope that by week 6 that this kind of stuff, wouldn't be occurring. But
I mean, I think it's Electabuzz's first season, and I know there's always hiccups.
Absolutely.
With new players and nervousness if you're coming on stream, so it's just...
Yeah.
If you're a new player, get yourself organized probably with an hour ahead of time if you can.
Absolutely.
The nerves will go, especially if you're going on stream. Nobody judges you when you go on stream.
Yes. Okay, so this is sorry to interrupt you. This is actually I think probably a similar deck to what we saw before for Electabuzz with the Quest Rogue that I mentioned. And then it does look like it's Highlander Quest because he does have and it is active, the Zephyrus. So this is a Highlander Quest Rogue, sort of something like what I predicted. And then the Quest Shaman for TerdHerder, very, very powerful deck. So we'll see who can kind of get more value and come out on top here.
If you guys give me a second after we start my game, because it was not letting me spectate, it was letting me challenge them.
Oh, that's good. That's fun.
See, Ted's ready to take on the world there, Pete.
He is ready to go. We do see these hands here. Already 2 discover, cards in the hand for Electabuzz. Opting to go for the early Zephyrus here. Just trying to, play tempo. He does have the Blink Fox in hand, so I don't know if I agree with this play. I think the Zephyrus is going to be way more powerful later, and he had things to do. He could have just played the Swashbuckler, contest the 1/1. You're not under too much pressure, and you kind of want to start activating your quest. He's already... this Zephyrus actually, is interesting because he chose Animal Companion. Maybe that's why he went for it. When you play it on 2, it almost always offers you Animal Companion, depending on the board state, but almost always it does. It's just the best 3-cost card in the game. So that's giving him a class card from another class. So it actually does accelerate his quest there. So he's actually 1 card away from completing his quest. He has the Swashbuckler and the Blink Fox
And
in
the Blink
hand.
Fox, yeah. I was going to say.
So maybe that's sort of what he was thinking here with Zephyrus, because he's playing Highlander. There's you can't have duplicates of these Blink Foxes of the Henge Clan Burglars, of the Swashburglars. So it's a little bit slower potentially activating your quest. So maybe the Zephyrus kind of playing it this early just to activate your quest as soon as possible is where his head's at.
It just seems you kind of, in my opinion, I would end up holding it a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
It depends on how he plays there early too. So
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can make that argument. You can also make the argument that like in this matchup, you kind of want to be trying to fight for board as long as
Mhm.
possible. You don't want to
Yeah.
let them get the board and just run away with it.
Yeah, you certainly are the aggro as the rogue, but this is more of a controlling rogue deck a lot of the time with this quest. So kind of conflicting concepts here a little bit, but we'll see how it works out. Gotta like seeing that Huffer, although it is going to be able to be cleared out here with just the 2 minions on board or this Kobold Lackey. He also had the option of the Sandstorm Elemental and double trading. So really a lot of options here for Turd. Another Kobold Lackey. He's choosing to just go wide on board here. I don't know if I agree with this play. We do see the Fan of Knives on the side of Electabuzz. Not something you necessarily expect, but getting these Kobold Lackeys can be super powerful in the late game once you've activated your quest. And he has these other cards in hand that could have done the same thing. This Sandstorm Elemental would have cleared just as easily with the double trade, and probably has less value later in the game. So I kind of would have liked to see that and held on to some of those lackeys. You also have a lot of lackey activated cards. But he is just one card away from completing this quest. So he's going to be able to actually Novice Engineer here. And he can later on in the game, oh, that's not bad. Maybe bounce that Engineer, just keep getting your cards to cycle. Next turn you can Hero Power with it and summon a big Engineer plus draw 2 cards. Or just go for more tempo on the board. We'll see what he decides to do here. Oh,
In the pass.
Yeah, choosing to pass. That means he's not going to get the value off the Engineer,
Yeah.
but he still can Hero Power and play this Witchwood Piper to draw. Just not quite as powerful as the 2 mana draw 2 plus it would have been a 3/3. And here he can kind of value trade with his fence and this Hero Power if he wants, or
Zetimo. Interesting.
Zentimo with Sap maybe could be interesting later. Or even with this big bad voodoo on his own minions. It's definitely some interesting options.
Yeah. Oh, that big bad voodoo. That is actually a nice combo.
The fence maybe to clear out this 1/3 here. It just trades really nicely.
Yeah.
It does leave up this Novice Engineer, so actually we might be able to see, swing that Novice Engineer face here. Hero Power, play the Bog Slosher, play the Novice Engineer. Oh no, you don't have mana for that. You're 1 mana short, but
Nice
yeah,
pick
not
up with the Flesh Shaper if you want to go with that.
yeah.
One.
Yeah, Flesh Shaper has a nice potential to trade here, but it's not very. You don't have Evolve or anything or Mutate, so not as powerful as you like to see it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, Turd with a kind of awkward hand for his mana.
I was just doing the counting. Yeah,
He chose not to do the Bog Slasher last turn. Now he's got a 1/1 on board.
So it's interesting to go with the Flesh Shaper here.
Yeah. But yeah, just some awkward turns here. I think I would have even just liked to see the Hero Power,
Bog
Witchwood
Slasher.
Piper.
Yeah, that's right too. Yep.
Just draw a couple cards.
Electabuzz can
But yeah,
complete the quest here if he wants.
he can complete the quest right now if he chooses to. It would let him clear this Flesh Shaper while keeping his Blink Fox alive if he wants to use the Hero Power.
Yeah.
He also could potentially make he could Hero Power. It makes his Dread Corsair 1, so he can't actually combo with the Van Cleef just yet, but some options for the future.
Yeah.
But this does let him kind of just clear up this 3/1 and the 1/1 if he wants here.
He'll play the Dread Corsair. I kind of like next turn from him doing some sort of Zenimo, Big Bad Voodoo. Like,
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could even play those two and then coin out Neblin.
Yeah. No,
Dude.
absolutely. And it's Dread Corsair. You get it for 1. He got to play for 1 mana, and if it isn't cleared out here, that's gonna evolve into a a 5-mana minion, which is pretty powerful with this big bad voodoo potentially next turn.
And for Turd, other than like either getting a lackey or like double sandstorm and then trade,
Mhm.
not too much he can really do to clear it.
Yeah, I would like to see this lackey come down. Oh, he's going for the
Nice.
draw, I
Fun
guess,
sausage.
here. I guess this isn't bad. I mean, you're contesting the board to some degree, but not a too proactive of a play.
Yeah. And I
Oh, there's
definitely wanna
Shaku,
see-
There's
also
Saku. Sorry.
Saku right there. Saku, you've joined us.
Saku the collector. Here you go. Stupid H being in there.
Definitely want to see this Zenimo.
Yeah, Zentimo in the middle
Yeah.
into the big bad voodoo. I think he's thinking about it. I see some hovering. Oh, no. You...
no,
Zentimo!
no.
Zentimo! No! Oh,
Okay.
I'm so sad now.
missed opportunity.
Maybe he's
Cry.
And just the sap? I don't know, man. You that scared of that 5/5?
maybe he's just bringing out a big Edwin. Somewhat big end, but
Yeah,
And-
I can see that, but he could have done that with the
Yeah,
Zentimo as well. He
yeah,
plays the same amount of cards and has Big Bad
Yeah.
Voodoo on all of his stuff. I think I am having a spectate bug though here. I just see a giant novice engineer. in the middle of my
that's all
screen.
that's on my board too. It's all good, dude.
Oh, and another
Oh,
breaking news. I don't have that, so that's more spaghetti code.
okay. So I'm gonna hop back in. I had to jump out. So tell me what's going on.
It evolves into a death whip spider.
Yep.
So just the 4/6 for all purposes. Looks like novice engineer. Man, like Electabuzz could have had all of his stuff die, but then it would have brought on two, or it would have evolved two more things.
Hmm
I'm sad.
Vendetta, another powerful card.
Just
And
worth a
this
Hagatha
Hagatha
scheme.
scheme can just clear this out. Sure. I might want to hold on to that for later, though. You know that Shaman can make some very big boards, so
And involved that. But
If I was him, I would have probably Vendetta'd first, and then just tried to. I probably would have just gone for a big Eb1 here because you're
yeah, he could have
getting him
Vendetta
low.
Vendetta'd and cleared.
Yeah, and you're getting him low on life here. You can
Mhm.
just start trying to set up lethal soon.
mhm.
Yeah, he's not far off. If he had a giant Edwin, like
Yeah.
how would he answer it with that deck?
Not really.
Here's that evolve we were talking about.
That's a little. Might be a
And
little
he's-
late for that.
He's overloaded now. He can't shutter walk.
He can He could do something with like Sludge Slurper and to play a Lackey and a Wasp.
Yeah.
Play that 4/3.
Oh. No, Turd.
Or
That's not gonna do anything. There's no lackeys. Uh-oh. He's just at 1 health right now, as far as
Yeah.
he can
Yeah.
tell. I don't like that play at all. I don't know if Turd forgot that you need a
Yeah.
lackey for that to work, but
He's gonna remember real quick.
I would I just rip the elementary reaction here.
yeah, you could draw maybe a card here, or maybe go face with face the Shaku first,
Okay, yeah.
because
I
it could
mean,
also
something
give
like
you an
either or.
option.
Yeah. just
Potentially
take one
gives you
damage.
something. I can't think of anything that it would give you that you can't play. Maybe a Pyroblast if you play the elementary reaction. So maybe it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from your opponent's class, so not
Mhm.
Pyroblast, but okay.
Gonna Vendetta and then Coin and then Edwin.
What order?
What's
Okay.
happening? Oh no,
Oh.
Zentimo.
Is
Oh
it-
no.
I got
What was he hoping? Yeah,
it should have done team first.
he could have cleared the 1/1 as well.
Yeah.
He chose not to maybe look for lethal here. Maybe he doesn't have anything in his deck. He's in a pretty dominant position, but yeah, Earth Elemental would not have given it to him,
No.
but would have been a big thing.
But
So
But he does have a big thing on the board, so we're good.
Shutterwalk's gonna do double Sandstorm Elemental plus a bunch of lackeys plus Bog Slosher. It's not gonna be enough.
No.
yeah, I think Turd needed the giggling inventor here.
Yeah, he played I think 2 Kobold lackeys as well, so those would also go off, but those could hit his own face. He might just die doing that. He has to. Okay, he's going for the big
For an
evolve turn, I
yeah.
suppose, and hope you get some taunts off of these. This is the very, very powerful turn. It's just coming pretty late in the game, and maybe you waited too long to find those answers. Again with the wasp without
Without a lackey.
a lackey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think at this point he just wants. To
He's just
play
going for
something
another
evolved.
4-drop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if anything, I might just play the Piper. Maybe there's better 5-drops.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have enough space to do. Yeah, he doesn't have enough
Oh,
space.
that's actually really good. I think Evolve and then Titanic Lackey maybe can save you.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Going for... That's not a Lackey either. Okay.
No taunts.
No
No.
taunts. It's going to Evolve again, though. Oh, that's a taunt.
Oh,
Wait,
he's
wait!
Oh,
No,
dude.
Is it-
he was still dead. He was still dead.
He was still dead? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was still dead.
He was still dead.
But very close.
That was exciting.
I think maybe a little too passive on the side of Turd there. I think he
I agree.
wasn't using his mana as efficiently as he probably could have, and holding back some of the tempo to try to be a little bit too greedy into Rogue. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, Two's said that it's they're your 3 seed, so it's middleweight between the two of you.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that does make sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we got Turd's Druid versus Electabuzz's Highlander late. Rogue.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think Druid's very powerful, but you saw he just got smorked down a little bit there as the shaman, and Druid does not deal with smork too well. Although it did take a while, so Druid can get there before kind of that smork happens. Has a ton of heal, and I think Druid is just powerful. So we'll see. Really powerful cards on the side of Turd with the Nourish, the Starfall. Not keeping the Starfall, but maybe not quite as good into this specific Rogue deck. But winning the coin toss here, getting the coin, he's going to accelerate his quest a lot. He's going to be able to quest in coin here to start out. I would use the coin, not the innervate, Turd. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're just giving away information now. That's just free information.
No, if you're on the side of Turd, do Crystal Merchant coin here.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't know, actually, because the thing is, I really like coining the Nourish on turn 5. And this Crystal Merchant, yes, is nice to get on this online this turn and you're drawing, but
Yeah.
we'll see. The Moonfire here, I thought for sure this was going to just be regular quest, but now it's making me think it's Malagos, which...
It is Malagos for sure. With
Which,
the moon.
With the Moonfire, yeah.
Yep.
That's oh, and then Geppetto. That's really impressive to me. I think, especially in the 5 seed, like I think Malagos is very powerful, but it does take a good amount of understanding of like when what are your outs and when you have to like go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So sort of, I'm curious to see how this plays out for him. Finding a really powerful turn 5 though. Which you'd love to see. Turn 5 into turn 6. He can even, Ferocious Howl here next turn just for some armor.
It's not under a lot of pressure right now either, so.
Yeah. Gets to just cycle some more. I think that's what we're going to see here. He can Ferocious Howl. Next turn, he can play the Surger and then the Nourish the following turn potentially.
Mm. Myself as a 5 seed trying to play this deck ladder was a little bit confusing for me. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's confusing for me sometimes too, man. Like
when to squeeze the trigger, right? So
yeah, it's hard to know. Here's one of those wild cards we were talking about that's back in Kun. I think Kun is very underrated. People are putting it in a lot of decks. I think almost every Druid deck, but I think people are sleeping on how strong it is. I mean, gain 10 armor and it's a free 7/7. Like, it's crazy. It's just so much tempo, so much power. And there's the Malagos. All right, so I think I just go for the Surgers here. Turd disagrees. He just doesn't want to take... I mean, you would have cleared the same amount with the Surgers, but... Oh, wow,
using
okay.
Moonfire to...
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I think this matchup, like, maybe you don't need all of them. I don't know. They don't really have heal, so if you get something to stick. I don't hate that play. I don't think you need to be that scared of that board, though. That you have to, like, use all those resources. That's the difference there for me.
I agree. Kind of
I think
interesting decision by Turd here. Do you want to go for the Nourish, or do you want to keep fighting for the board with the Storm
yeah.
Surger?
Yeah.
I think I like the Nourish.
Yeah.
I think last turn maybe you went a little too hard on fighting for the board, but
Probably.
yeah, and you
Panic.
can Wrath one of these. I think that happens a lot in the lower seeds. People see playable cards and they play them, or they get a little too scared of board. Like, people value their health maybe a little too much, their health total, but it's a resource, and especially with this Druid, you see those 2 hidden Oasises, really powerful cards. You don't mind taking damage at this
And
point
even,
in the game. You really don't mind.
not only that, you have another you have Coon, you have the other what's
Mhm.
that card? The 3-mana
The
gain.
Ferocious Howl, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You have so much gain at this point. Your quest is complete. You're at 30. You should not be too scared. You really, like, I would have liked to see maybe him trying to fight for the board a little bit more rather than the Starfall, and especially wasting that Moonfire. He's still gonna be able to copy a bunch of them potentially later on with that card right there.
At least, yeah. Also, we're gonna see some serious value out of this Tree Speaker from Electabuzz.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we saw all of those treants get transformed.
I was
5 mana
wondering what happened.
How curious.
Hey man, you're not a treant. Get out of here.
Some good options here. I like the Oasis Surger. Trade into the 2/3 and just swipe the 4/4, and you kill the whole board and have a 5/5 and a 5/3. That seems just very clean right now. And you fight for the board. You have the board back. These swipes aren't that, like, maybe one swipe you can combo with Malagos later potentially, but a lot of times the swipes are more for the board.
Yeah.
And you didn't need to do that. Okay, so choosing not to use the swipe here. Sure. Just cycling as fast as he can. I don't disagree with that necessarily. I think it was a very clean swipe, which is what I was seeing. And now he can kill your Surgers for free. But that's not necessarily your win condition. You really just want to play out your cards, draw your deck, and
Yeah.
get there. So
Get that
Geppetto a little bit dead now. I don't know what he already has Malagos, he already has Elise, he already has Coon. What are you trying to pull with this now? Like, Floop doesn't really work on Floop, right? Because it just goes back to costing, when you transform it, it just goes back to costing the regular amount of mana, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not really.
Well, like, it will keep it, but whenever you play a new minion, it will go back. So, like, unless you want to exactly play a second,
Oh, and there's Tharson. That's a very powerful. I guess that's something you would have also been okay drawing with it, but not gonna happen right now.
Yeah.
just gonna see the Coon come down.
Yeah, just Coon, sure. You can even just fight for, like, a big board here. You can play a Hidden Oasis. I don't think you're gonna be too low by the time you cycle your whole deck here. So I don't hate that. Or okay, sure.
Get rid of it. Just get it out of the hand. Just neat.
It's also
mana.
a 6/6, and it's drawing more cards out of your deck. You can probably get your 3/5 taunts. They're gonna be weaker. No, do not play that.
I don't know about this one, Turd.
No.
Back to truck up.
If he has a way, oh my god! If he just walks the plank, and you lose. Don't, Turd, please no.
Turd, no.
Please go back to what you were thinking before. Oh, okay. He doesn't have Floop in his hand.
And if
Okay.
you're Electabuzz, you're liking what you see.
Yeah, you're really happy with this. I mean, it's not over. The Druid still has a lot of, like, powerful turns, but
we're getting close to it.
it's close to it. Yeah, this is. I mean,
Oh, Turd.
I don't know about that.
He's got 35 health though, technically.
I mean, maybe he's got Nomi in this deck. Maybe he teched in Nomi, then he can win.
Hmm. There's
Uh,
Floop next turn.
There's the. if he had done it with Floop in hand, I would have been less upset. It's still not great because then you're committed to waiting till Elise. But I don't know.
You do a double? Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
don't know if that's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is going to be very hard for Turd from this spot. This Druid deck is not the tempo. You don't have to play for tempo. You don't have to tempo out this Malagos. It's all about this combo. And when I saw him playing the Malagos Druid, this is kind of what I was worried about. You know, he did not get to play his Malagos with any combo piece. He didn't even have Floop in hand to make sure he had another one. It was like an overcommit for no reason. Because I think in this match, as well as it's been going so far, he would have won if he saved that Moonfire. He saved the Malagos. I think he's super favored here. Normally, just like there's nothing this Rogue, especially how slow the Rogue start was. It was nothing close to last game. He should have had this in the bag. He could have 0 to 30'd the Rogue just by saving his stuff. And then definitely this Elise here, not gonna
Do anything.
I mean, it's not gonna copy things you want to copy.
Unless you just keep
And
on
you're only
healing
going to
your
be able
12.
to copy
Yeah.
two things. You're only copying the Geppetto and the swipe here. If you
Oh,
do
that's
that.
true too, because I was thinking the spells too.
Or the
but-
Geppetto swipe and the Starfall. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what Geppetto is even going to draw at this point.
I think he has another Defender probably, and Surger,
Surgery, yeah. But just
which
like
just
that-
makes your Surger back to the not broken one where it just 3/3 rushers, right?
Yeah.
Or I
Well,
guess it's 3/3. Yeah.
It'll still be 2/3/3 rushers for 1 mana.
Yeah.
I would,
Which is pretty good, but.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we're not playing the Geppetto here. I would have.
Yeah.
Just to get out of the hand.
It's more tempo on the board.
Yeah.
That's a big take up.
Rush.
That's one of the best ways to deal with these 6/6s. Just Divine Shield Rush.
Yeah.
You have a 6/6. You killed their 6/6 for free.
And then it's 6/6 versus a 3/5, and you're just. Well, it's actually even going to be a 6/7 because of that imp.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I don't know what is he thinking. He wants to clear both potentially. Maybe he goes for Wind Fury, but I think you just go for the Divine Shield, and you're happy with that.
Like you're not afraid enough of a 3/5 to give up having a 6/7 on board.
Now,
I mean, the Starfall will clear this up, but
I was even going to say a shadow step, but that doesn't discount it enough to get it back on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, you saw the Malagos already die. Like you're not too worried about this matchup. It's pretty much just like outlast a couple more things. Like they have one more Surger, one more Hidden Oasis. Electabuzz is maybe disagreeing here. We'll see.
Gonna let it make a new one.
Did he shadow step? No.
No. So I mean, you could Starfall this, so you can keep your 3/2 alive. I guess. I don't know. This is not looking too great.
I'm
Man.
just wondering what he's still holding this Geppetto for.
Yeah, I think he just decided he's not playing it because it's not going to draw him anything that good. But
Yeah.
But it's a 6/6,
still
though.
6/6.
Yeah.
You're still pushing some. Like this is your only out is maybe somehow killing him before you run out of cards. Maybe there's Zephyrus in this deck. Maybe you can copy a bunch of Zephyruses, but he's already used his Floop as well, so he can only get 2 Zephyruses. Best case scenario, like I don't know. That playing that Malagos and then playing the Tharson into the Floop was just, I think, just not going to cut it. I just want to see this Geppetto come down, like just jam it.
You got nothing to lose, Dirt.
All right, he disagrees. He wants more cards. He wants another Geppetto that he won't play. He's at 10 cards. He's got to play one of these. It nervates. Okay. Sure. Could have even played a Hidden Oasis just to make another 6/6. Like you just need to push now at this point. Like you are behind.
Yeah.
Probably just see the sprint. Like
Yeah, just sprint.
the only way you lose is if you run out of resources to deal with a couple more waves of stuff. So pretty decent. Some removal there. So
Throw the backstab at least.
you don't need to do that now.
No? Yeah.
I mean, it does make it trade into your 4/4 rather than living, but like you always just have the dagger.
Yeah, you
True,
can
yeah,
always
'cause you're not
combo
gonna
it
get
next
it,
turn
yeah.
with the dagger. You don't want like I don't know. He could heal it with his Hidden Oasis, and then you know you're using a backstab also on something that you can't maybe hit next turn potentially with the Hidden Oasis.
Yeah. No, I mean Hidden Oasis is kind of worse here because he can just trade into the 4/4 and then Oasis it back up to full.
Yeah,
I'd say this situation's worse for the Oasis for Electabuzz.
Okay. He does have a lot of swipes. Maybe he's just going to kill him with swipes from hand. It's possible.
Yeah.
He does have 12 damage in swipes. Maybe he just races now. Races just hits him in the face. You can just... I think I kind of like just seeing this Hidden Oasis come down, though.
So many contradictions.
You can trade Hidden Oasis, and then you've got 11 damage, and you've got another with the swipes. You have... Okay, I guess he's just going to swipe a bunch of times here, put him down to... to 9. He wasn't able to kill the Henchclan Thug, though, which can now just trade if it wants, or...
Yeah, I probably would have put one of those swipes into the Henchclan just to try to protect your Elise.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
I think you had the swipes in hand. Why not wait on them? Right? Like he doesn't know you have 12 damage in swipes from hand. If you can get him to 12, like just push for a board, and then this Witch's Brew.
Oh man.
This Witch's Brew is going to be so powerful. Next turn, he can just heal up to full if he's not dead, and I don't really know how he dies here.
Off of Geppetto?
Like, we know there's another Moonfire, but this is just going to die.
Yeah.
Like, I think Turd had a line. It wasn't a bad line. I think he just needed to actually, you know, play one of these Hidden Oasises to have a 6/6 and then surprise him with that 12 damage. Like, if he had a 5/5 and a 6/6 the next turn, he could have pushed 11 and then had 12 from hand that he wouldn't have been expecting. This is not a bad pickup, though. The Lodi with swipe is going to clear off a bunch of it, or at least the Henge clan, and you can just go face with the swipe.
And like think about it too.
And just don't attack. Leave it stealth, and he can't interact with it.
But I mean, like if Turb would have had a stealth Lodi, that would have been 15.
No. Leave it stealth. Leave it stealth. You have lethal if he cannot heal. He does have heal. We know that, but.
Yeah.
And now he's going to Geppetto? Interesting.
Oh,
so he does have Zephyrus.
Oh.
So there is Zephyrus in his deck. I guess this gives
Fireball?
You wouldn't play it here.
It's going to give you Tyrion. It's going to give you...
Swipe?
Pyroblast. It's got to be the Pyro. You just
keep it
just
stealth.
keep it stealth. Keep it stealth. Yeah.
Ted, there's people are saying that your mic is a little bit low.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear these out. Keep it stealth. Now you have... Yeah, this is actually not a bad situation. I think Turd can turn this around. I don't know that he can interact with this too well. He's not going to be using this Witch's Brew. He has to. He has to, right?
That's
how
game.
much? He's got 11. He can heal with the Witch's Brew. He can heal how much? 4 times 5. He can heal 20.
That's 20. So it's 29.
He's like full. He can go to full with the Witch's Brew. We only see 11 on board, so.
Well, and
he has to.
And then plus, like, you knew he played that Zephyrus. You could pretty often he's going to pick up a Pyroblast off of that or something that will kill you. I think it's safe to make that assumption.
You have to Witch's Brew here. Just full Witch's Brew turn.
Yeah.
He's
He
got
can even kill the Zephyrus, and then he's only got 10 on board.
well, he's got 11 on board right now. Turd does so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, he can kill this 1/1 easily.
All right. Peace. Crisis averted.
All right. Well,
For now.
yeah. And all of these will be repeated by the tests in the future. So, oh wow, he's actually
He's dead. Unless
no, he can clear this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. All right.
So
But choosing to, he's at 21 right now. We see
Turd can do 15 if he wants to.
he can do 15.
Trying to figure out if second Geppetto will even draw anything. I mean, only 2 cards left.
Yeah, I think his cards that are left, I think, is
He played with Starfalls?
he's got a Moonfire.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you could
Gotta
have
rip
just
the
kept
pyro
it
here.
stealth. I think you just had to keep it stealth though, because if you have this Moonfire, you could have
Yeah.
maybe gotten lethal with swipe Moonfire next turn. Now
So
you've left
Test
this
is
open.
coming up. Mhm.
Though we can
Oh.
see Electabuzz really doesn't have a way to clear this.
Yeah, but Tess is going to do a lot of things, and it's
Yeah.
going to play a ton of Witch's Brews that could go multiple ways.
Yeah.
They can go on anything, right? It can target things that are at
Yeah,
full
yeah.
health. So you just need a couple to hit your face. I honestly maybe like clearing as much as possible. It doesn't look like he's going to play Test this turn. I don't know. He's going to be able to clear the Lodi though, so
Moonfire is not lethal here.
yeah,
however.
Moonfire is one off now.
And he's even got a Shadow Step for the full clear. I like this.
Yeah, Moonfire is going to be one off. What is left? What else is left? Maybe a Wrath?
Has he played second Starfall?
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I thought.
Alright.
Can't remember what turn it was.
Might be second Wrath.
My cards are low.
Second Wrath. Good call.
I think that's it. Like, I mean, he can make 2 6s, 6 6s here, but
We can like.
they're just going to be cleared off by the minions.
I wonder if he were. Yeah, you definitely
You swipe and make 2 6 6s.
Yeah, well.
You
Yeah.
cannot do that to the face, unfortunately. And I'm assuming this is just Moonfire number 2, and he's
Yeah.
going to be alive at 1.
Oh no, my trove of cards is gone.
Is he just gonna play a Geppetto?
Yeah. I don't know. I think a couple of missteps here by Turd, but he despite playing that Malagos early and having it killed, he had a shot. Just
Oh, absolutely.
he had a really good shot. If he had just, I think, kept the Lodi stealth, he kept his options sort of available to him. I don't know.
Man, if I was Electabuzz here, I'd probably just double trade and slam the test. Just to, like, you're double trading because you want to decrease targets on board to
Yeah.
increase the chance that you get healed.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see this test come out. Is there any card that was played that could kill him? Is that what he's worried about? I don't think there was any cards that could actually kill him.
Thing.
Inviscerate was a card he played, but
Oh, well, yeah, but it's not from.
No,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's not.
oh,
Oh,
Yeah, even
Oh, and
Claw
Claw.
gives him.
armor.
oh,
None of these Witch's Brews have gone face yet, but still, like. Oh, there's one.
Oh.
another claw.
Another Claw.
Oh, yeah, because the test is gonna happen twice because of the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think that's it. I don't think. I mean, he can clear off these 2 6 6s, and then
yeah, I mean,
that's
maybe,
the game. Turd had a shot here and kind of threw it away. I think there were some missteps on both sides, but playing that Malagos early started a series of events that kind of were not in favor of Turd, but he had a shot to come back there with that Elise copying the swipes, having 12 damage from hand, with that Lodi potentially continuing to keep that stealth, and just banking on that damage later.
hmm
Maybe would have been a better strategy than just ripping all or 3 of them one turn. The Witch's Brew obviously was very a good find there for Electabuzz that kept him in the game. I think if he didn't find that, he was done for. But you know, it's hard to like. I mean, you can't play around that, but at the same time, you know, revealing your burst damage from hand makes him look for stuff like that too, right? Like if he didn't know that there was 12 damage in hand, and with Lodi like even more, or 16 actually, because he had you know 4 swipes, so like 16 damage from hand is something that you don't expect, and they were all 2 mana, right? Because of the Tharson, so he could play all 4 of them in one turn, done 16 bursts from hand. That he would have no chance predicting, and he would not have probably taken the Witch's Brew. He would have still been at like a high health total. I think once he saw those lines, I think he should have stuck to it instead of kind of prematurely ripping all that stuff.
All right, so what is it now? 2-1.
It's
2-1. 2-1 because Electabuzz can only play this and his Warlock, so gonna have to find the reverse here for Turd with the Warrior. It has potential. It really depends on how quickly this rogue can get online. I think in this matchup, it does look like just aggro Warriors. So, kind of a role reversal here for the stereotypical Warrior versus Rogue. We got the Rogue being the control deck and the Warrior being the aggro.
Happy Hallow's End.
Gonna see the aggro warrior coming out from Turd here. Definitely probably would have. I want to say would have liked the control, but I'm not sure. I don't know if it's better just to try to race it.
Yeah. I mean, this is what he brought, right? And he doesn't necessarily know what he was expecting, but not a bad hand to start things out. This Zephyrus maybe gonna, I don't know. Do you backstab this, or maybe he's just gonna go again for that? You know, find the animal companion again just to accelerate your quest, and it activates his underbelly fence. So I like that.
Nice live wire lands here though. Trades well into this 3-2.
Yeah, the live wire lance giving you a lackey as well. Okay, choosing to just go to the dome.
Face is the place.
Face is certainly a place. This is going to actually backfire a little bit here, though, because he's going to be able to clear off both halves of this with this underbelly fence if he wants. Interesting. I don't agree with that. Now your underbelly fence isn't going to get value until your Saku. So you're waiting 3 turns because you have to play it and then get the collector to get you a card. So you're waiting 3 turns essentially for this underbelly fence to be online. I guess 2. You can play the Saku in that next turn and then attack with it and play the fence in the same turn. But I think taking that route, I mean, he rolled the Huffer again, so can't be too upset about that. But he's not the aggro in this matchup, especially with his hand. Like, this is his most aggressive play, sure. But after this, he's kind of out of aggressive plays. I think I want to see this frothing come down potentially.
I think I agree with you. So yeah, you put the 1-2 into the Zephyrus and kill the Huffer.
I don't like this at all. You're killing your Wasp just to save 1 damage to your face.
Yeah. I mean, are you going for a full clear?
Because, like, full clear, sure. He gets the Titanic Lackey's not bad here with this.
Yeah. And like bottom line is the Wasp would have died either way.
Yeah.
Frothing would have been. How big would the frothing have been?
It would have been 5.
I'm upset he
5.
didn't attack first with
5
the
points.
lance though, because if you get Kobold Lackey, maybe that changes your strategy,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Well, this is going to give it the reborn again, so not too upset. It's slowing him down a lot, but not the worst case. Oh, I have another spectate bug. All I see is the Berserker.
Berserker
These-
Mayanadon.
Was Sap last time too, or something like that, right? Or
You get triggered by sap. Yeah, that's what it was.
It was no, last time I think it was the what is it called? The 3/3, the Bog Slosher. So for some reason, when things get returned to
The hand. Yeah.
to the hand, it's doing some sort of bug for me.
Blizzard, please fix.
All right, you're gonna have to give me a play-by-play here because I can't see what's going on.
Frothing is growing.
Yeah, Frothing is a 8-4 right now.
Oh, good. That's what I was hoping for earlier. A big boy.
Electabuzz cannot answer it unless he gets away. No, I'm sorry. He has the Goblin Lackey to give something rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to play something that can trade into it and get rushed though. So I mean, he can play this Underbelly Fence and rush it, but then he has to double trade. He's gonna have to do it, I think. Here.
I mean, you can always play the Ethereal Lackey first and see if you come up with a better solution.
Absolutely.
Fan of Knives doesn't really do anything here.
I mean,
just pick
wanted
Wanted, man.
does do the
Wanted.
clear here and gives you a coin, which maybe combos later with something.
Absolutely.
Bump into it and. Nope.
Disagreeing. He's gonna go for the Edwin and maybe rush this guy in, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a bit of a waste of an Edwin.
Yeah, it does. It does feel that way a little bit, but
It's like I'm just trying to think of what's the benefit of doing that over the fence? What the fence you're killing it.
and you get a coin to make your Edwin even better later.
Yeah. The one-tip was just better.
He just.
Okay. Well, he has the fan, I guess. He's setting up for fan here, but this rampage on the Wasp is gonna make it harder to deal with.
You can rampage, play the lance, and you double trade with the 1/1 in the lance.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
And let's see what Lackey we get. Maybe you play it out just to play it out here.
Yep.
Depending on what it is.
Two costs.
Faceless, I definitely would have
best.
played. Yeah, let's see. As long as we don't
100%
get
the best
Doomsayer, we're happy. Yeah, there you go.
Just solid 3-drop. And Electabuzz is in.
Oh, he's now got
good
his
contact.
Underbelly Fence online, but he can't Fan of Knives with it, so it actually can't kill this Wasp. He can't Hero Power either.
Yeah.
How much is this worth to you?
So this Wasp is going to deal some more damage.
Yeah. It's gonna be another 7 upstairs. Oh. He can start clocking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I
here.
see the lines. They don't have heal. They only have these 3/3 taunts that maybe are going to be online later. So
Yeah.
I like, you can trade into the 3/1. It's a value trade if you want. I want to swing face maybe with the weapon first, just to see
agree.
what you get.
I'd probably do that, and I'd probably just play to what's it called? Snip Snaps.
Yeah, I don't like this trade though. Why not just take the damage face? Okay, well the Kobold Lackey is going to be able to clear this out. So worked out okay because of what he found, but
I don't like playing the weapon this turn. You can always play next turn. I would have played something that would have.
yeah,
The
the snip snaps exactly.
Absolutely.
I guess maybe he's thinking about playing Grom next turn. He's got 4 more damage, so he's got 9, 10 with the 17 damage now. That we actually don't see a way to clear unless he wants to take it to the face with the Gore Howl. Maybe Fan of Knives into Eviscerate or something is what he has to look for.
I think that's the line.
I don't think he has any other alternatives because he's facing a lot of damage, and I don't think you want to take that 7 with the Gore Howl.
No.
So yeah, it's
here.
got to be the fan. What is it?
Oh,
Mugger can't
no,
play
not a
it.
mana.
It's 1 mana.
Oh,
Man.
Oh, no. That's gonna be it. So Turd be able to turn it here. Maybe you're gonna be able to reverse with this this warrior.
Yeah.
That's it. He sees he's at 1, so he's technically still alive as far as he knows. But
And like I'm just trying to think. There's what like Grommash and I don't think there's like a lot of burst damage that can really come from the warrior.
I mean,
So
Rampage.
cool
There's
Yeah, there's the
Cork Run,
activator
there's
there too.
Taskmaster.
Yeah,
They
you're
have a
right.
ton. They have a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just stupid.
They don't have like direct face damage, but they have a lot of ways to
Yeah.
interact with their own board to do more damage. So, Turd choosing this line, both get him there. Maybe he wants to evolve this too, just to see what he gets. No,
Yeah. Also I kind of like the mind games from Turd. They're play. Always got to play the one you top deck to make your opponent think you didn't have it until you top decked it.
right. He sees the line. He
Yeah.
wants to win the whole thing, so he's gotta get there. Give him a little bit. So now we're 2-2
Okay, we're
because
2-2,
of the
yep. The
the
paladin
mix
or
up.
the priest
Yeah.
being nullified by the rules.
Yep. So we are going to see that warrior again against this warlock. I'm curious to see if does seem like Electabuzz likes to play more on the controlling side.
Yeah. So might be some sort of plot twist quest.
Yeah, it could be
N'Zoth.
N'Zoth. It could be Highlander N'Zoth. I've seen also just no hands like N'Zoth with the what's it called, the 2/1 that discards your highest cost card.
Oh yeah. You just go for like
Uh,
infinite N'Zoths.
Yeah, you can go for like a ton of N'Zoths.
Yeah.
All right, so just waiting for
So-
them to jump into this game. Here we go. All right. Well, I like this going to game 5. Well, technically game 4, but game 5 as far as the rules are concerned.
Coming out.
And it does look like it's Zoo.
It is a zoo. It's a lackey. If it's similar to one I'm kind of rocking right now, it's the lackey type one where
So
This
interesting. I'm interested actually. I think Warrior is favored, but it's close. I think Warrior can make big minions quicker. We don't see them in hand. We really look for the frothing stuff like that. But
standard zoo.
But I think one of the biggest things is Zoo just has like so much faster starts.
Because
I
of low
mean, we
cost.
do see the Eternium Rover into this Temple Berserker is pretty good start. He can clear it out with the Sergeant, the Abusive Sergeant, which maybe we're gonna see, but still, like, not too bad.
No.
It's got a solid curve for Turd.
And not really so much for Electabuzz.
Yeah, and this.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see the Temple Berserker because he can hit both halves, but then you have the 3/1. You can duplicate it with the Bloodsworn Mercenary you just drew. This just gets cleared out by these 1/1s.
Yeah, I mean, this is nice for Turd, though, that he was able to pick up another one.
I think this is the card that wins the matchup, is the Sea Giant here for Electabuzz. Like, if he can get that down, that's something that Turd's going to have to be looking out for, is not going too wide on the board if he can avoid it, just to make sure that those Sea Giants are not that cheap.
Not great options for Turd here, really.
No.
Mega
I might just take
Defenders.
a 4-mana 2/6 is not terrible into Zoo. And if for some reason you just have really good turns that you don't have to play that next turn, like maybe you have something that makes more sense, probably this Livewire lands into a Lackey or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Then you don't even have to play this Defender till later, and sometimes it'll be a 10/6 or a 12/6. Sorry. Like, there's a chance that it gets to that point. I think the game should be decided before that, but there's a chance.
You never know. Yeah.
So Goblin Lackey lets him trade into the 2/2 if he wants to do that. Faceless goes wider on the board, which I kind of like. But the question is, does he hold on to this just so he can combo with the Recruiter next turn? And he says no. I'd rather get the value. Oh, wrong order. Order, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw first. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
not what you normally see, but I think the Livewire Lance turn is probably what we're gonna see. It's able to kill this Arugel, no problem. You can trade in your
you can just
1/2
full
into the
trade.
1/1. Alternatively, he could trade the 1/2 into the 1/1 and get another reborn 3/1 if he wants with the Bloodsworn Mercenary and
Right.
just kill the 2/2 with your Frightened Flunky. This I did not expect. This is
Yeah,
why
I am confused by this line.
why wait
Why?
Turd.
Okay.
Turd.
If you were gonna do that trade, just kill. Now he's got the lackey. He's gonna be like a 5/5.
Oh,
Oh
boy.
boy.
Oh,
Okay.
turd.
Oh no.
What a disaster.
Oh no. That
Yeah.
is, and now they don't have reborn either. Like
Turd.
that was the. I think that might be the game decider right
It
there.
might
Like
be, honestly.
it's not
Just-
over. It's not over. But he would have been in a very powerful position, and now he's on the back foot. Like he is not. He's not going to be happy to see that.
Yeah, I'd play that one. I played
play
Cable
the
Cable
rat.
Rat, just go
Wow.
wider. Yep.
Wow. Oh boy. Turd, come on, man. You could have easily activated that by trading into the lackey and then why double trade and oh boy. Oh boy, buddy.
Yep. That's his plan.
I love you,
Rampaging.
bud, but oh man, and now he's saying I guess we're racing. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. My heart can only take so much.
That's a demon.
And now he's
right?
got like a Zilliax into Grim Rally to kill this 6/4 and heal, and like I think he can't do anything after that. Like just Zilliax, attack face with the Mermy, Grim Rally, and then you have these nice clean trades and you're pushing damage.
Mhm.
What does he do? That's game.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Perfection. Primitive.
Yeah, and he agrees. Electabuzz sees the lines. You can value trade there. You can even go face for 10 or choose to value into the 3/3 if you want to keep your Zilliax alive, sure, and hit 6. Oh boy. I think Turd could have been in a commanding position if he had just made that play a little bit cleaner. Killed the lackey, killed the 2/2 with the flunky, and made 3/1s with Reborn.
He's
2
gonna-
3/1s with Reborn. He would have had a ton of stats and hard to kill minions, and he wouldn't be facing a 5/5 from this evil recruiter.
Mhm. You
Now
got
we haven't seen any. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Electabuzz pretty much get that giant online right after this if he wants, but probably better go Evil Genius. Anyway, we'll see what Turd does here.
I don't know what he really can do here.
You don't want to poke the bear with the. That's just giving him more life, which is
Yeah.
the Zilliax. So
I mean, on one hand that, but on the other hand, you want to kill it so it can't just keep hitting your face for infinite life gain.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is just unfortunate.
Yeah. I think just a couple of missteps and
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to come back.
that's not too bad, but
Yeah, he's now at, if he just goes face with both of these, he's at 9. And we see a giant that could just come down. You can even Cobalt Lackey. Like, I feel like it's hard for Electabuzz to lose from here with his hand and with the board. Sure, you can even go wide here, hero power, just make another 3-drop.
Oh.
wow, yeah, that's a good one. Just splash it down. No.
Yeah, it's a big one. I mean, there's maybe a world where he can do some crazy combos now that all his costs one less,
Yeah.
but
Not this one.
not this hand. Like, at this mana, he could Leroy, Enrage, and Bloodsworn Mercenary, and he
7,
could
8,
have
9.
done 8. He could have done 16 from hand. So he could have had lethal here actually because of that.
Theoretically.
But he doesn't have that. But the deck could have done it. which is crazy to me that this wasn't over.
Yeah.
Like there was still a shot. He's got 8 damage right now that we see. If he could have found another 12 damage, which isn't crazy for that deck to do,
No.
like even just in rage, like in a rage, would have with this
Mhm.
Grump would have killed him. That would have been exact lethal. Like there were actually outs because of this generous mummy. So this could have actually come back to haunt Electabuzz that
Yeah.
that
That
4
turn,
drop that he
yeah.
got. Yeah.
I mean, that just kind of shows you how bad of a card that really is.
And
Bad a kid
yeah, gonna be short here, but I guess he can make a taunt and
makes some trades.
maybe kill the 6/6, and I don't know. I mean, this is looking like I mean, found the line to stay in it, I suppose,
Yeah.
but
He's theoretically alive. I definitely just play some stuff and slam a Sea Giant here.
Yeah.
okay. Well, these trades make your Sea Giant cost more, so
Yeah. It's like he does not agree with me.
It's not.
maybe he's afraid of this Sea Giant. I don't know.
Yeah.
Throws another lackey down that gets the Sea Giant to. Oh, you can't even get it that low.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is actually pretty cool. I think the game's over, but I kind of want to see this. I've never seen a 4 Snip Snap before. A 4-stack Snip Snap. We can see it next turn because of this generous mummy.
We could see a
We
5.
could
if
see a
wait
5.
till
It's not going to
turn
get there, but we could.
oh, would you like me to DM them real fast and say to drag it out?
Drag it out.
The Grim Rally worth taking right now?
Yeah, I would say so.
Sure.
Taunt.
Just
Taunt
taunt it up. Just make it impossible now. Now I just want to see the
Yeah, I want to see the 4 Snip Snap.
4-stack Snip Snap.
Come on, Turd. Make the viewers happy.
Unless there's any way that he survives, I don't think so. Oh, he could put it on the Eternium Rover even.
Yeah.
That's a big
And
boy.
gain armor.
I just want to see the big boy. I just want to see the big boy. There's nothing he can do to survive this board, so I just want to see a big boy. Make a big boy. Make it.
Come
No!
on.
No! We could have
Wait,
seen the biggest Snip Snap.
Oh my god, and he even picked up the Eternium Rover too,
That's
so that
what
would
I'm
have been an
saying. It
additional
would have even
one.
had even bigger.
Oh, Turd.
Oh, all right. Well, it was well fought. It was a good effort. I think as far as the classes and the picks go, I think Turd actually was in an advantageous position and just made a couple of misplays in the middle of a couple of those games and threw his chance. Electabuzz playing pretty well. I mean, both players making a lot of good plays, but just a couple of misplays and
Yeah.
it can cost you the game. So
Yep. So now we get
well fought from a behind position there for Electabuzz, able to get those 3 wins with just the 2 decks remaining.
Yeah.
Do we-
All right. Are you guys gonna do a post game interview now?
Yeah, I was just gonna message him to see if he wants to do one. Can you do one, Mayanadon, or you?
Yeah, I can stay for a post game interview. I don't know if we don't get the next match going though. I don't know if I can stick around for the match, but
Okay.
All right. I'm going to hop off and get my decks ready.
Yep.
and
Sounds
get-
good.
all
to
right,
me.
sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell him with what's going on.
All right, sounds good.
All right. And I will I'll be back to talk to you guys in a little bit.
Hey man.
Cool.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, so let's see if he wants to do a quick little interview here for Electabuzz.
Oh, he doesn't have a mic. So.
Oh, right, I remember. I think he was just typing for us last time. Up to you. I mean, we could do that again if you want, or we can try to get this match started.
I'll just invite him. We can ask him a couple questions and then.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, we can find him again. Oh, there he is. Blip, blip, blip.
Hey man, congratulations. I know you don't have a mic, but you can just type in the chat. We'll read it off to the viewers here. But yeah, congratulations first of all. I think that was a big win for your team. You guys needed that to win the week. So a really nice nice win, getting you guys in a position that maybe you guys can sneak into that 4th spot for the playoffs with a couple more wins. But yeah, I mean, those were some crazy games. A little bit of a hiccup there at the beginning with the double priests in your lineup, so you couldn't play the priest, but you still had those 2 decks available, and you managed to get the 3 wins between them. So yeah,
Congratulations on
gotta
that.
feel
Yep.
good. Absolutely. Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
He said, "Thank you, thank you."
Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, what were you feeling those? I think it was game 2 and game 3 that there were a couple, or game 2 and game 4 that I think, you know, Turd was in sort of a position that he could have probably won those games and made a couple of misplays. I don't know if you could see it necessarily on your side, but I did see you react to a couple of them. So how did you feel when he played the Malagos from hand there on like turn? I don't know. It was like in the middle of the game. He hadn't drawn half his deck. Yeah, and you had the walk the plank in hand just to immediately remove it. Yeah, very awesome. He almost still got you, man. You had the witch's brew that you discovered that saved you. But otherwise, that would have been a very, despite the Malagos going down, he still almost had you there. That's just crazy. So much power out of that druid. Yeah, Electabuzz was saying he was surprised when he saw that, and yeah, he was surprised he lasted the end game. And yeah, it was very close.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, go ahead, Saku.
I was just gonna say I got him pretty much on stream now with the chat that he's saying, so you can just keep asking questions. So Tess killed herself. Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw that, so we were kind of chuckling at that as soon as the witch's brew was kind of healing everything at will except for Tess. So
except for Tess, yeah, it's kind of like the reminiscent of the old days of Yogg just killing itself. At least she keeps going after she's dead. She doesn't have the Yogg mechanic where she stops casting when she dies, so that's kind of pretty cool. But
yep.
Yeah, and then I think it was that last game where Turd decided to double trade into your 2/2 and then copy his Temple Berserker instead of making it actually a reborn and copy it and clearing off your lackey so you couldn't make a 5/5. I feel like that was the turning point of the game there. So a couple of missteps there, and yeah. Oh man, don't say that. I think he played a valiant game. A couple of misplays, and sometimes you make a couple of mistakes, and they could just come back to haunt you. So probably didn't think out his turn 100% until after, and he realized his mistake as well, and you did as well. So good to learn that you kind of. It's good to kind of get to that point where you learn from these things. Like you know, he's a relatively new player. I don't know your history, but definitely, you know, the best part of these is to learn from them and improve. So really happy to have you on and see some of that play. I know last time we had you, we saw that Quest Rogue as well. Is this a similar deck to before? Have you added any of the new cards, or how are you enjoying that deck? I can't remember if last time it was also Highlander. This one was, but oh, there you go. So,
well, you did a good job there.
Together, yeah, a lot of those cards really coming in clutch, like Walk the Plank. I can't remember if that was discovered, if you just had that in the deck, but either way, working out. That's one way to do it. Absolutely. And then the Warlock. I don't know if we saw any duplicates there. I know we did see the two what's it called? The two kill minion, make everything +1/+1. Why am I
Grim
blanking?
Rally? Is that what you think?
Grim Rally, yeah. So yeah, that wasn't Grim Rally, exactly. So that wasn't a Highlander, but I think the first like 10 cards or so were all, you know, unique cards. So for a minute I was thinking, is this also Highlander? But I believe it was just a standard zoo list and doing the zoo things, and you managed to go wide. Another thing that I want to talk about is that I don't remember the name of it as well. It's not a card I would ever play, but the 5/4 reborn minion that makes your opponent's cards cost 1 less. When you got that off of the vulture, how did you feel? Because we were talking about different plays that aggro warrior could do that could just kill you from 20. You were at 20. Yeah, that was from vulture. Yeah, you were at 20, and if he had like Inner Rage, he had Grom in hand, he actually had lethal. So Inner Rage would have given him lethal. He also had Leroy. So if he had Leroy, Inner Rage, and the Bloodsworn Mercenary, like there were so many potentials like cards in the deck that he just didn't have because you discounted. There's no way he could have played all those cards otherwise, but because you got exactly that card off of the vulture, if he had those, he could have played those on 7 and comboed them. Yeah, that's crushing. I mean, it's 5/4 stats, can't be too upset, but when you're already in a dominant position, giving them those kind of outs can be really scary. But didn't manage to find them, unfortunately for Turd, but fortunately for you.
Yeah, it was good to see. So
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, congratulations again. That's a really big win for your team. I think there's 2 more weeks of the season, so get 2 more wins. I think you guys can maybe sneak into that 4th spot. So
yeah, thanks for coming on there, Electabuzz.
Yeah, congratulations again, and glad to have you on, and come back again, man. And thanks again. Oh, thanks.
What's going on, Electabuzz? All right.
All right, don't trash talk Saku. Okay, there we go. Nice game. I like it. I like it. All right. Well, thanks again for coming on, man, and good luck next week and the rest of the season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
See you later. Bye-bye. All right. So I believe we have one more match. I don't know if I can stay on for it since we aren't in yet, but let's talk about. I can do the pregame if you want with you, and then leave it to you if you're down to solo it out.
I can solo it out. It's not a big. I shouldn't say it's not a big deal. I'll just basically play what I think they're gonna play. So,
hey, that's what I do. Just talk about.
Just talk it out. So
just talk it out. Oh, I think Turd on the stream is just realizing. He just joined at the end here. He just realized after that he said sorry for not doing the snip snap play, just to give us a big snip snap. I didn't want to message him while he was in the game, but it's okay, man. Maybe there'll be another chance in the future. But yeah, let's talk pregame here before I jump out. We have, like we were saying earlier, it's the Big Ted versus Khell. This is the match that has been hyped in the Discord all day. So I hope you guys are ready. Saku's going to do an amazing job here casting it.
So, all right. So we got Khell, who banned Big Ted's priest, as he mentioned already. And Khell. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So Ted banned shaman and Khell banned priest. So, oh no, you both wait. Did they both ban priest? I'm confused.
Khell.
Oh, I see.
Khell,
Okay. Khell banned priest. Perfect. So it looks like the matchup is going to be. Where are these? It's going to be the hunter, shaman and warrior for Ted, and the hunter, priest and rogue for Khell. Did I do that right? Or did I do that backwards?
Yeah, I'm just trying to set up the.
Yeah, Khell banned priest. So yeah, so another one of those sort of something we were discussing at the top of the show. The 2 most popular bans are shaman number 1 and then priest number 2. Often keeping the shaman up has been a strategy when you know you have a deck that beats shaman, or at least you hope you have a deck that beats shaman. Sometimes it does broken things. Sometimes they have coin, and on turn 3 they make 3-4 drops, and you're like, well, I'm not a deck that can do anything about that, and then you just lose. But that doesn't happen every game, and when it doesn't happen, a lot of times you can sort of find your way back. And then same thing with priest. Sometimes if you're playing that res priest or combo priest, both have sort of broken mechanics. The combo priest, obviously, we've seen time and time again on this stream and other Hearthstone streams. And then the new res priest with the wild cards also has sort of if it survives to like turn 8 or 9, it just has a board clear after board clear. It can just flood the board with its own minions, heal from like nothing to full with a ton of Kartuts, and just do crazy stuff. So if you don't kill it early, it sometimes just gets there unless you're doing the same thing and maybe you have more of them. Like that's the only way you beat it if you get to late game is like either you're a combo deck that just kills it from 30, doesn't matter what they have, or you're a deck that also does N'Zoth things and you just have another N'Zoth or more N'Zoths than they can clear. So
Yeah.
definitely also a pretty dominant deck. So I'm curious to see what Ted and Khell have decided to bring for those. We are going to only see one priest, one shaman, so I wonder what those are going to be. And then both players have hunter, and then we're going to see a rogue and a warrior. Khell has the rogue and Ted has warrior. So we'll see. Maybe I don't know if I expect another quest rogue, but I wonder if Ted decided to go control with the warrior or aggro. But yeah, I
We'll
think
see. These
before
guys
we
are-
jump in.
I was just going to say these guys are ready right now to go. So
Awesome. Well, I guess I'll leave you to it because
okay,
I
buddy.
would have to dip halfway through probably game 1. So
That's fine.
thanks again, and Saku, you're
We'll-
awesome. I
we'll see.
appreciate you sticking around and doing this, and everyone enjoy. Saku's amazing, and he's gonna do
Yeah.
a great job.
Well, we'll see
And,
how we shall get things
I'll-
rolling. So you enjoy your night, buddy.
I'll be watching in the Uber and supporting you, man. And great time tonight, and thanks again, and thank you for watching, everybody, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Stop saying thank you. You sound like a Canadian all of a sudden.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've been. Oh, now I'm saying sorry. Okay, I gotta go before I become full Canadian. I'm just gonna have some maple syrup and run. Goodbye.
Too funny. All right, so I'm just gonna start typing, get Khell and Big Ted rolling here. So give me one quick sec. Guys can start. Be magic. Right ahead. Alright, so we're going to be casting with Khell on the bottom for Ask HS, and Big Ted's going to be at the top portion. So I'm going to be apologizing for maybe some access noise there for my cat in the background that may be playing with their favorite mouse, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we have Khell with Rogue, starting with Rogue, and we got Big Ted with Hunter. So Khell with the what looks like aggro rogue of some sort, and we got don't really know what Hunter that Big Ted is. So Khell, nope.
Happy Hallows End.
Yeah, Khell, I'm just doing the solo, dude. So Khell was just asking who was casting with me, so looks like Khell is just gonna trigger the snake trap that testing the waters there, so which spits out a bunch of snakes. So what does Ted have to play? Well, first you go in face, makes sense. Maybe hero power. And I'm not sure if he'll throw the links out yet, but nope, decides to keep it. So Khell's gonna bust out with the hench clan thug dude and poke. I'm just doing play by play, which everybody could see anyway. So Houndmaster's a good pick, which, well, both snakes will handle Mr. Thug, and these guys are playing quicker than I can talk, so bear with me. Backstab, and maybe, yeah, backstab, South Sea, and a dagger might do it, or Waggle Pick just seems a little bit of a excess. Nope, going for the miscreant. Did go for the 2 damage, there you go. So it's going to prompt maybe Subject 9 to come out this turn. which then Khell will end up busting out with the big waggle pick. So, taking 4 to the dome, maybe? Thinking about it. Opts for that to go face. Coining, and then there we go. Doing the Inviscerate, so. So Ted could probably start making a Christmas tree. If you wanted to. Pressure plate, maybe a good one. Freezing trap. Yeah, rat trap, I was just highlighting that now. And a big hyena. That's a good one. Khell testing. So now we have SI checking out the hyenas along with the deckhand. Which then triggers the rat trap, but I don't think Khell is worried about that so much. He just wanted to get himself the fastest way to get 16 by taking it to the face. Alright. Spells to buff this up with the... Keep on forgetting what that card is. There it is, Sun Reaver Spy. So Big Ted having the big push now. Gosh, these guys are playing fast. So it pretty much wipes out Khell's board for the most part. Life Drinker with another SI agent or a Scimitar. Yep.
This guy's toast.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rag come down here right at this point, but let's get 6, 7. Well, he's pretty close. Yeah.
Incredible.
To the face, and it goes to the face. Wow, that was quick. Go to the old caster screen, so none of these guys are here. It's just me now, so pretty funny. Khell just gave me the Flavor Flav that's going to be coming down the pipe. So he said to get ready for the spice. So we got King Anduin. I can't even think of what type of priest that Khell's bringing, but Big Ted's sticking with his spell mage or spell hunter, I should say. Wow, we got Coffin. Khell's got some big thick ass cards right now, so he's not going to be able to play for a quick minute. So this might give Ted some extra jabs there with the spell keeper. Yeah, Khell still can't play. He's just healing his face for all it's worth. Pardon me for my pause here. I'm just trying to fix a little bit of the graphics here. So what does Khell bust out? He brings out, the Vargoth, which gets sniped. And then it's also going to get poked away by this Spring Paw and the Lynx. So Khell might have had a bad hand to start. But Infiltrator comes down. Subject 9 flips out, so I don't think, I can't see Ted playing anything. Khell can't do anything with the apple bomb, apple bottom jeans going on. Used to Hounds. Freezing Trap, Shimmerfly. Spellbreaker is just gonna poke that and then it's gonna... Hey, that's what Ted was doing. Light Bomb to take care of everything.
Job's done. Well played.
I wish we could have got these two guys on voice. Would have been funny if these two going back and forth. These guys are playing extremely fast, so I'm unable to keep as best as I can. So pressure plate snipes that, takes that off the board for a minute. Comes back healed, mark shot. What else does he play? Ziliax? No, sorry. Nope, hero power to do it. Another heal of the face. Triple snip snap. Or is he piling on? Yeah, he's gonna magnetize it. And then see what happens. Doors in. Should come down. Yeah. Cycle Pump comes down. Ooh, it's gonna be an interesting card, especially with Reborn on Vargoth there. So Big Ted making his board a little big. Back to going face. Wow, Lycian. Khell's got some crazy mix of spice, as he likes to say. So, now, do you do a seance? Not familiar with Coffin Crasher and what it does, but summon a Death Rattle minion from your hand, which he doesn't have any currently. But he could. Shadow or Pain doesn't do anything. Choose a copy of a minion in your hand, so he could use Seance on Vargoth or Thorzen. Just heal face. Hyena. How about the Forbidden Words, but I guess it just gets rid of the big board it would have created in the first place. So Big Ted getting in and calling the wild. So now gets an extra 12 to the face. Sylvanas Windrunner. Now, is the Coffin Crasher going to be more effective? Forbidden Words on the Lorac. Or Liark. Sorry if I'm soft talking as well. I'm trying to concentrate on the game here. So please forgive me. And Khell is just commenting, I love how I draw none of my AoE. So here's the big card that Ted's not going to expect. And Khell decides to forfeit. Interesting deck there, Khell. Didn't think it was going to be that spicy, but that is pretty spicy, fella. Now we're just waiting for the third matchup, which should see Khell's Hunter versus Big Ted's Hunter.
The hunt begin. Bring it on.
Let's see how fast these guys play again. Khell's got an interesting opening hand, so Rat Trap next time, and then Ted's got an equally decent hand. Will he bust out the Spell Keeper, or Secret Keeper, sorry? And decides to do that. Other links to deal with the Spell Keeper. Pressure plate. So this will probably get broken as soon as Khell does the Rat Trap. So didn't think Khell would expect that, but maybe just hoping to not trigger that.
Well played.
And Big Ted and Khell enjoying themselves back and forth with some BMs, some fresh BMs. Hero power with a, was it snipe? No, snake trap. Okay, so Big Ted's get free run right now, just testing the spells that Khell pushed up there. Now it's mech versus mech. Surprised he didn't poke it, but I guess it's all well and good. Make Big Ted break the bubble, and I don't think Ted's gonna do that. Instead, Khell attacks. And is he gonna use Zephyr, hero power instead, or snake trap? The Big Ted is testing the waters yet again, planning for his next. Yeah, I think Leash the Hounds is a good one. Start wiping out the rest of these snakes. Revenge of the Wild to refresh his dogs. Big Ted just sent me a happy face, so he was predicting in chat, as everybody knew. Oh, there's a good card to get rid of all these dogs and butterflies. Arcane Explosion for some spice. So, do you bring out? No, the Snipe comes out, and then the Hyena, giving his two little buddies to the side. So Rag, big Rag comes out. 4 damage. 4 damage. And that 8 goes to the face. Now, if I was Big Ted to just do that. Oop. Looking for Freezing Trap. Does he chance it and bust out the Deadly Shot? Nope. Goes for the Goblin Prank, which I didn't see in his hand at the time, so it's goes right after the Rag. Nope, Khell's gonna put some early pressure, or late pressure, I should say. Making Big Ted make a big choice here. Deadly Shot, and then bring up Bran. Oh, 50-50. So
Well played.
Khell gets a win. If only I had these guys in chat, that would have been funny to hear them guys sloshing back and forth. So I think Big Ted's gonna bust out with the Shaman next. Seems more logical.
Let the hunt begin.
Wow. So probably Khell's gonna get rid of mostly all of them. Yeah, well, Nursatron to stick on. Big Ted holds on to Sludge Slurper, Thunderhead, and the Sea Giant. So do you throw away the Secret Keeper? You don't. So just wait for next turn. Let the Slurper just go face. Now you throw Snipe. Snipe is not the best one here. Would have been better with the explosives, but the big Snipe. Goblin Lackey. Ursatron comes down. Now probably the Thunderhead comes down with the Zap. Makes sense. And then everything goes face. Next turn you might see a Giant come down with Evolve. Not much else that Khell can do except for take out one of the Sludge Slurpers or get some more board. Khell is just looking for a spell. A good enough spell to battle this, but he's not in a good position, so and Big Ted doesn't have the lethal yet, but with the big Giant coming down, I think that's gonna solve his problem there. Khell, make short work of that. So good game by Khell, good game by Big Ted. So I'm gonna invite them both in here to see if they both want to chirp at each other, which will be funny. So give me a half second here. Give me a sec. Let's see if Ted wants to. Okay, give me a half sec here. Get him added. Start the call again.
Yo.
Hello.
You guys did a fantastic job. My tongue's like tripping over my bottom lip. Like you guys are playing too fast for me to even keep up. So it was pretty funny.
Well, no, see, listen, like I was trying to play as fast as I can, so you wouldn't like.
Yeah, basically, I was trying to make it easier for you, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was trying to make it easier for you.
I am so disappointed in my play. Like, so I brought the spiciest fucking priest deck ever, right? Like, I'm 22-9 with it on ladder. It's Hakar Res Priest, and basically Hakar makes it so that you can't lose control matchups. And I just fucking ran out of gas. Like I just could not draw
You
mass
drew,
res.
well,
I
you
couldn't draw like
you drew big too.
N'Zoth.
That didn't get you very far either. So
Yeah, I just couldn't draw the good cards, man. Like I had stabilized, and all I had to do was draw like N'Zoth. I had a 0-cost Seance in my hand. Like hell, all I had to do was draw Mass Hysteria. I have 2 of them in the deck. Couldn't draw Mass Hysteria.
no.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was kind of amazed. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna make a giant board here, and like, yes, it's just gonna get cleared, but I kind of have to go all in here. And
Well,
then
I
you
was
didn't clear it, and I'm like, what?
yeah, you forced me to use the light bomb really early, so
Yeah,
and that's the only AoE I drew.
yeah, that comment you made where you couldn't draw an effing AOE card. That was pretty funny.
Dude, the deck runs like 6 board
Yeah.
clears, and I drew 1. Like, oh,
Big Ted,
let's see.
you came through on your promise, dude.
You did.
yeah. I'm just sad I couldn't sweep you with Mage, so you know you would have had to quit the THL.
That's true. If you'd brought Mage, I think I would have won, to be fair.
Probably. Well, no, I mean, Mage could have been my 3rd class there, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
That's true, but then you wouldn't have swept me with Mage.
Yeah, I know. well, no, but I'm saying that it might have just been 3-2 instead of 3-1.
So the stream also saw me draw Elysiana, which
Yeah.
was sitting in my hand.
Yeah, she was sitting pretty. I was like, Elysiana's up. Okay, cool.
Yep. So the idea is that you play Hakar, you play N'Zoth, you Seance N'Zoth. Basically, you get a bunch of Hakars, and then you just use Elysiana to remove the Bloods from your own deck.
Yeah.
And it's been working so well on ladder. But I feel like I just ran out of gas in the mid game there. Didn't draw any of my res spells, so
Mm-hmm.
Khell, I have a question for you.
Sure.
And this question comes from Quaz.
Yeah.
He wants to know if you have a subscription for your cheeks get clapped that bad.
Tell him yes.
I mean, does
it's
he want me
$10.
to pay you? Because that seems like prostitution. I don't know.
Yeah,
Man.
just tell him it's $10 per cheek per clap.
All right.
And Quaz has to videotape it.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the stream just because, Jesus, man, I feel like I didn't play well.
I think it was more the cards you got were not fitting to what Big Ted had to answer for you. So
Yeah.
I was expecting Face Rogue to at least get a game. Like,
Yeah, I was kind of surprised I beat Aggro Rogue with
Highlander Hunter. Dude, you drew all your
Mhm.
early
Yeah.
cards, like
Yeah.
every single one. It's like, oh my god, this guy and his draws.
yeah, it was pretty neat to see. So
I was, yeah, I don't know, man. I was expecting to at least get a game with Rogue, and then I was expecting to finish you off with Priest, and I just never got past the Hunter. So, well, with the Rogue or the Priest anyway.
Yeah.
And the only reason I won the mirror is because I actually drew better than you.
Yeah. Classic way to win mirrors and Hearthstone. Whoever draws better wins it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Spellbreaker was Spellbreaker, not Spellbreaker, but Spellkeeper was pretty key in your first 2 games there.
Oh, Secret Keeper, yeah.
Secret Keeper, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I love how I didn't draw Shadow Word Pain or Forbidden Words to deal with that, by the way.
God, yeah.
And then drew them like the turn after I killed it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep. Khell gets killed. So, what did you think of my graphic there, Khell?
Which I didn't have the stream up, so
Oh no, you didn't see the. Okay, let me see if I can get it up here for.
Yeah.
no. I turned off the stream before the series started.
See if you can screen share here. It's beautiful.
Oh god.
So there you
So
go,
accurate.
dude. The 2 cats just fighting there, so it was pretty funny.
The killer. Jesus. Yeah, the team killer.
Oh,
'Cause I
damn.
can't fucking win.
Hey, man. Somebody's got to lose on the team. It's me.
Apparently, it's me too.
Hey, it's all right.
Hashtag me too.
I just remembered I need to submit this score.
Yes, you should probably submit the score. I
Yeah.
guess so.
It was 3-2 Khell.
Make sure you tune into Saloon on Tuesday because Ted and I made a bet before the match, and I'm not going to tell you what it was,
It's a
but
surprise.
you guys are going to be in for a treat at the beginning of Saloon.
Is it PG-25?
Yeah.
It's like PG. It's like TV Y7. But yeah.
Doesn't involve Dora or...
No.
No? Okay.
No, it does not.
It doesn't involve Dora, but it may or may not involve Elmo.
Oh, God.
Elmo.
Talking
My God,
Elmo
no, man,
at
it's
that.
all about
Talking
it's all
Elmo.
about Barney.
You're into Barney, dude? Oh, my God.
Dude, Barney's the man.
Didn't know you're into purple dinosaurs, man.
Boozosaurus is my secret lover.
Oh.
Uh,
Newsflash, THL. Newsflash.
Yeah, yo, Kellum. I think I might have misheard you. It sounded like you said Boozosaurus, but I'm pretty sure it's Luzosaurus.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really have any room to talk there.
Hey, listen, I have some serious pressure on me next week. It's going to be down to me to decide if Luzosaurus goes 0-7 this season.
Oh God.
We can cheer him on. He can have the big goose egg.
I just sent you the spicy list, by the way, Ted, just so you can see how many board clears I run and how many I drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew when you were playing Seance on a Huffer, I was in a good spot.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you were gonna do with that, Kel. I was like, where's he gonna? Oh, all right.
It's literally the only play I had.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, man, I like your Huffer.
yeah. If I'd played anything else, I'd have been dead. So, and I was dead the next turn anyway, so it didn't matter.
He just prolonged it a turn. That's all, fella.
I was hoping to buy a single turn to draw N'Zoth, but the problem was I was at 1 health, so all he had to do was 0 power, so it really didn't matter.
So Big Ted gets to flex, and Kel just gets to polish the muscles. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for our Friday night fights, and I appreciate you guys here jumping on stream and then jumping into chat here.
Yeah.
Into the lovely chat. So, is there anything else you guys wanted to add?
No,
Ted got me fair and square, so I guess I need to concede to his superior clapping abilities.
Is there any clapping noises you'd like to add there, Ted?
Yeah, I usually like to let my play do the talking.
I'm gonna go watch this replay, and you better bet I'm gonna pick out every single misplay I see.
Absolutely. Yeah, listen, you'll probably find a lot of them.
There you go.
Well, I'm sure you'll see some on my side too. So.
All right, we're going to end the stream here, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for the people that tuned in and had a laugh there. You have yourself a great night.
Yep.
I have no time for games.